Welcome to the Polish American Cultural Museum virtual tour. This tour will guide you through 9 distinct rooms, each with its own unique collection of artifacts and stories related to Poland's rich history and culture. While on this tour, you can start and stop at any time within the room you're in, or feel free to close and move on to another room. Thank you for joining us. Sit back and enjoy the tour.
This room is dedicated, these 2 rooms are dedicated to the Polish people here in Cleveland, Polonia in Cleveland, and their life. One of the things that we have that is so beautiful in Cleveland are the cultural gardens. The cultural gardens, they have about 50 different sections in there. The land was donated by John D. Rockefeller for the use of strictly cultural needs. And Poland had a section in there that was dedicated in 1934. So it's one of the first sections that was dedicated there. We have 7 statues in there in that garden, and it is on St. Clair and East Boulevard. And I urge people to go and visit it because it is really something to see, something very, very interesting. There are statues over there of the Polish authors, the Chopin, the music, Paderewski, Paderewski, the pianist, and the Polish American Cultural Center organized a drive to install a statue of John Paul II, and here is the copy, the pictures over there in the corner. But as I mentioned, that's just one of the things that are very, very beautiful of Polish nature here in Cleveland. Another one is the Kościuszko monument, which I'll show you in the other room. But anyway, John Paul II, before he became Pope, he visited Cleveland, and here are some of the pictures of welcoming ceremonies at the airport of John Paul II. The other thing I want to bring your attention, this is an ambassador from Washington visiting Cleveland. Look at the number of people in front of the Immaculate Heart of Mary Church. I mean, it's just unbelievable at that time how much interest there was on the Polish community. It's slowly kind of tapering off now, and we don't have that much going on as far as the parades and whatnot. But anyway, when we had it kind of makes me chuckle because when we had the president of Poland visiting us in 2010, we had maybe that many people welcoming him, which was very sad. I mean, you see that ambassador and the president of Poland, not that many. But anyway, moving on to the further activities of Polonia. In 50s, we had parades on Euclid Avenue, Superior Avenue. You can see this. And everything was kind of completed, done at the statue of Tadeusz Kościuszko. That statue is over 100 years old already. So in the past, there was a lot of interest and a lot of things going on in here. Poland had over here you can see the first Poles that came to the United States were in 1608. These were craftsmen that came on a ship in 1608. So you can see that in here. The 2 individuals, one is the Kościuszko and the other one is Pulaski. Pulaski was made an honorary citizen of the United States. He was in charge of the cavalry And he was wounded in the Battle of Savannah and died. His body was never recovered, although there is some indication that maybe what they found, some remains, they might have. Some people say that he died at sea, but now there's some indication that maybe they have some remains of his in Savannah, Georgia. So Polish stamps and over here and coins. So we have quite a display of different stamps and coins in here. Poland had 15 churches that were built by immigrants in Cleveland. Now, when you consider people that immigrated to the United States with very, very little, no money, and their jobs were very meager job, not earning very much, and they would build churches like this. I mean, it's incredible. St. Stanislaus Church is one of the most beautiful churches that you've seen in the United States. St. Casimir. I mean, these are great, great churches. This St. Adalbert Church right over here is in Berea. It's the oldest Polish church between Chicago and New York. So Cleveland, Polonia was very, very active in their doings in here. One thing I would like to mention about Tadeusz Kościuszko, he not only fought here in the Revolutionary War in the United States, but also he fought against the Russians in Poland. When he left United States, he was owned by the government quite a bit of money, and they also donated something like 300 acres of land in Columbus area. So he asked Jefferson to be his executor of the estate. And he said, what I would like you to do is when you get all the money and whatnot, I would like to sell the land and the money, and I would like you to free the slaves, black slaves. He said, but start with yours first. But Jefferson never did. When Booker Washington, very famous personality in the black community, heard about Kościuszko, he went to Poland because he wanted to put a rose, flowers on his coffin or a sarcophagus in Wawel Castle in Poland. So that's how far advanced he was in this movement of freeing slaves. So anyway, the statue of him is over 100 years old, and I urge people to go and see it. It's right by the Cleveland Museum of Art. So I see that.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the room, and there's a lot more to see. Feel free to continue the tour now or come back later at any time. There's another room right around the corner. We look forward to seeing you.